People them. It's the OnlyFans Pum Pum Slayer in the building. Are you sick? Yeah, we've got the fucking shed in the building. You already know. Dixie.
What's happening, brother?
What's good, Dix? What are you saying? Dan, what are you saying?
Come on, G.
Well, go on. Listen, I know you ain't got a drink with you, but we're going to do... have you got it? Have you got it? Go on, we're going to do the handshake.
Your handshake, yeah?
My thing.
I think I know it.
So go on, let's see if you actually watch my shit. Boom, boom, boom. Wicked.
Come on, G.
No. Come on, Dix. Come on. Boom, boom, boom. Boys, Josh, thank you so much, brother. We got G in the back. Don't know, got that quiff moving mad. Listen.
Do you do that every time you're gonna have a pint downstairs?
Sometimes.
Because if you're gonna do that every fucking time we order a drink downstairs, there's gonna be issues.
That might be your last, isn't it?
I already ordered the top and I was a bit nervous. I saw Dixie's calves move. Them calves moving mad. I thought, right, these white boys' calves are new. My things are always fucking skinny. But I'll explain quickly how I came across these guys. So I saw some rumblings. First off, I think it was a Tommy B episode where I saw maybe a clip or something like that. But I think with podcasts in general, if you're on YouTube a lot and you're doing your own podcast, you there's something which happens to actually force you to watch a different piece of content and get into it.
Yeah.
Not even the algorithm. I mean, you actually giving a shit. So then when I watched one of the first Tommy B episodes, Dogzilla come on, and then from then I was had. Then we did our own podcast, which was with Dogzilla, Nick as well, Fred, Dan, Dick.
Oh yeah, the Christmas one.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, we had a good time.
So guys, if you go to their channel, which is The Shed on YouTube, let's give them a fucking clap. They've just reached their 2,000 mark. Come on, boys. You done, bro?
Dominic's lucky that he left that night as well, because Dogzilla had to witness me strangle someone in the street that night, bro. And I was like, that's the night, yeah, when I've now had fights in front of 2 guests. That's the night. That's the night when I said I got to slow down drinking, bro.
Listen, I ain't even listened to none of that. I saw man dirty whining. I swear.
What?
We was in the manor. Yeah, there was Cavossier, there was Bashment playing. I swear I see Dixie dirty whining to fucking Movado. I swear down. I swear down. But anyway, boys. So let's go from scratch. Yeah, I'm not going into your whole story, but I think people will be interested and just getting you guys dynamic, because this ain't easy to get so many blokes together to make sure they all come on time together, get the content out together. Wow. So let's just go from scratch of that.
It's a mad thing because you see, when you do a podcast, everything's because you got the cameraman separate. So how did you find Josh? Is he your boy?
Yeah. So, but my best friend's brother. Kieran, big up Kieran. Maybe 5, 6 years or 7 years ago, I was doing a lot of DJing, so I needed someone to sort of record my journeys to my gigs and stuff like that. And Kieran said I got a really good guy, and from then, but literally with the podcast, it was I didn't really know if he could even do that type of thing. I said, "Are you able to do that?" And that's how we linked up.
Yeah,
So I don't know if he does that for a living, but if he's got a job as well, so now he needs to fit your schedule in.
Facts.
While you're trying to get a guest, and then schedule around because it's the guest time you have to schedule around. Yes. It's not your time, bruv. And if you're renting a studio, it makes it even worse, bruv. Because if you have a studio, big up Cons as well, innit? Big up Cons, bruv. Real talk, yeah. Because his studio is popping all the time, bruv.
All the time.
You cannot he'll get us cancellations ever so often, and it's just the most randomest time ever, and it will just get filled quickly anyway. But I used to bail us and be like, look, I've got this spot for you, man. Can you do it? And obviously we could only do certain times, innit? So we're doing late nights now. This is when I was working on fucking site, and he was working on site. And then it was just, we're trying to beat the traffic to get there. It was hell. I can't lie, it was hell, bruv.
These men are lucky that I spend so much time drinking in here. That's how we got this place. I come in here so much that I said, can I just use upstairs? And the man says, but you're in here anyway. Just fucking go upstairs.
They got Reg Tech as well, bruv. Yeah. My guy.
But the thing is, with all of that you've just said, is you have to have people around you that believe in you and know that accept what you're doing. Like if they thought you was a wanker, we wouldn't be using this space. You wouldn't be doing that. And again, the reason I have everyone come to my house, which is a bit booky because I've had murderers in my house, but how many fucking people just don't come? Yes, guests that just don't come.
You can't be
a fucking dicks.
Yeah, but you can't.
So if I had to rent a place and say, we've got this place at this time, get to there, it's so messy.
You got to be patient, innit?
Yes.
I'm not going to lie. If you start losing your cool, you start no dig at anyone, but if you do lose your cool and you look like a dickhead, because you can't just start going mad because certain things happen, innit? So you don't know what his story is. You don't know why he's not coming. Or
That's real.
You know what I'm saying? So you don't know what he's up to. There could be something that just drops. Like
You hear the bullshit ones like they got tummy aches and shit. Like.
them childhood ones, they're silly, innit? They are silly, but who are you to tell man he ain't got a tummy ache, bruv?
No, I know, but
what I'm saying?
But listen.
It is what it is.
I've always thought of it like this. If Drake said, "Do you want to come do an interview tomorrow?"
This is
They
why
will. If they were bleeding from their arsehole, they will be going to Drake's interview. Facts or not?
Some of them man will give Drake their arsehole if they come on an interview, bro.
Real facts.
That's why I always lately my punctuality's been shocking, innit? I've been late a few times. I've just been late to my own one.
You weren't late today?
To my own one.
You weren't late today?
To be fair, it is just the way my work is.
Well, he was,
I
weren't he?
was slightly back.
When I looked at my phone, I had a few missed calls, innit? But what was I getting at?
Your punctuality.
Yeah, but I was on to something, man.
But you were saying that you're a bit late sometimes, maybe because maybe you're not trusting the guest may come or not, or.
No, I always say I see punctuality is always key in telling if someone's serious or not. Because if you tell man, yo, be at this location at 5 o'clock tomorrow, there's gonna be £1 million in that suitcase for you. You're gonna be there at 4 o'clock.
I might get there the day before.
And sometimes I feel a bit disheartened when I've told man I'm gonna be there at this time, please be there, and if they don't come, that's when I feel like, bruv, it's a respect level, isn't it?
100%.
Like you're not trying to respect the thing to not be like.
I'm the opposite.
You're not a superstar.
I don't take it's part of the game. I don't take it that deep.
I don't mind lateness, innit? But like if you're giving me a word and that.
But let's be honest now, okay? It also depends on who's made the contact and how they feel about the situation.
Of course.
You make a lot of the contact.
Every time it's basically me who makes the contact.
Okay.
And I don't take it serious. These men have took more serious people turn up than me. I'm like, it's part of the game. Charge it to the game. Let's move. Let's keep going.
I get that, but
yeah, John's.
It is fucking. It's just rude.
I'm a weirdo because I'm like that, and another time I'm just like, I want to punch this guy.
John's one of them. Like he's like. He don't want to hear solutions. No, he don't want to hear problems. He wants to hear solutions. If it's not a solution, then we just move, innit? That's it, bro. We're just moving on. That's his. Like, that's how he goes on his philosophy, bro.
Because obviously, I've kind of met you guys and like sort of learned about everything that you guys have done a bit backwards. So like I've learned what you're doing. I'm seeing what you're doing, but then I'm hearing about all the things from before. So tell the people about like Pac-Man TV and stuff like that.
Bro, Pat, I used to rap, innit? So obviously I know Pat for years. I was terrible.
You actually weren't that. No.
He wasn't bad at all.
On a real level, without taking the piss.
On the thing,
He was actually good.
there's two mixtapes because I was there. I was there through the whole.
That shit was hard, bro.
Man, like G, we was there through the whole process, innit? We even went to Royal Albert Hall because you won a competition, bruv.
Yeah.
So, bruv, you're not shit.
You're
You wasn't shit.
I mean,
innit?
real. I never stopped because that anyway. I stopped because one day I was sitting in the studio and I was like, I would just really prefer rather to be in the pub than here. And then, but at the same time, that was about 2015, 2016. We started the podcast. So
You might not have felt the love though.
Yeah, it was. I wasn't feeling it. But that's how I know Pac. Then Pac come on the podcast, and we had this weird stage where we got kicked out of a studio in Camden. We've been kicked out of 3 studios.
It's been a bit.
I know. I got caught smoking in one.
Was a lot of it you, Dukes?
Yeah,
You're a bit unruly, ain't you?
We had a studio in Limehouse and I had the keys and I would leave here and bring a whole gang back to the studio and shit like that, innit?
But I remember that day he rang me about 11 o'clock.
I was gonna, brother, tell them when the guy kicked us out, locked us out of the
He
studio.
rang me at
bro.
11 o'clock at night, yeah? Bearing in mind, I need to be up. I'm never normally even up at 11, innit?
What time do you get up then?
But I'm up like, don't ask, man, like 4 in the morning.
Oh, I thought he was gonna say later.
Nah, I'm up early,
no,
bro.
early doors.
Early,
Early
like, so
doors.
obviously he's told me, I've answered. He's like, hey, Dan, I've got an email here, we're getting kicked out of the studio. I said, what? Because we have
so
just
it was
done,
all you guys
we have
projects
just
that you're
done
doing.
the maddest, like, bruv, I'm not joking.
in Cable Street, same place as Roll Deep and all them back.
Bruv, we put so much effort and time into it.
We laid carpet, everything ourselves.
Bruv, I was going there after work
was
to
my
paint
fault,
the
I
ting,
smoked
bruv. I was even decorating the ting to make it look nice and that. It was just mad. So anyway, he's told me, yeah, we're today, we got an email, we're getting kicked out. I was like, bro, they can't kick us out. We've got a fucking contract with them.
Give you a month.
They need to give you a month thing. Bruv, we turn up the next day, the guy's changed the locks.
Swear down.
Bruv, he changed the locks
Tell
and say, bruv, I had to stop him from strangling. What was his name?
Chris
Yeah, something like that, bruv. I had to. The guy's standing at the sink, like, he's built like that fucking pole there anyway. And I can see John just getting so mad. I'm like,
because we've been through this before.
I said, bruv, I'm trying to tell him, like, we can't deal with situations like that.
But was this to make the podcast?
Yeah, we built a studio.
Because you man were, I'm not gonna lie, you man were early on that type of content.
Yeah,
But that's because you was heavy grime kids, right?
Well, yeah, but we done our first podcast. I had to explain to these men on the way to the studio what a podcast was.
And what was that first podcast?
Bruv, I even remember the chat.
In a pub in Camden. It was the first episode of Shed on SoundCloud. Then on that episode, we spoke about the kid who got kicked in the chest, that D-Lo kid.
Oh yeah, I remember. That video is honestly
And listen to this.
brilliant.
I told the man on the podcast it'd be fucking. We never ever thought we'd do interviews or anything. I said it'd be nan to get him up. I went home. I went on Facebook. People you may know, he was there.
Right.
I hit him up. He said he'd come. I said, what?
And I bet he was like,
And it banged. The episode banged.
He
Like,
got a train from Cambridge, yeah. And I told these men.
it's mad when they come.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's mad.
We turned up. He's this big, standing at the train station.
And you're like,
we rang him on the day and was like, we rang him. I remember we were sitting in the car, we're ringing him. I'm like, and he's answered. He's like, yo. I'm like, yo, D-Lo, it's us, man, innit? We're like, what are you saying, bruv? You coming down? He's like, what time is it again?
They always
we're like, no, but this guy was sincere. He didn't know
always
what
do
time
that.
it was, bruv. And he was like, yeah, I'll be there. I think I'll be there. Then he put the phone down. We're sitting there like, bruv, we've got to get to Camden now, set up and that.
Yeah.
Man rang us and was like, hey, I'm at Liverpool Street Station, bruv.
And you're like, yes!
Oh my God.
that's a good feeling though. Yeah.
Going back to the studios though, yeah. So
Yeah.
imagine the first podcast we were in Camden. There was a different type of people to us we used to rent off. They was different to me. They didn't really like, man. Just didn't reply to us, never gave us another studio again.
Okay.
Then we built one. Built a studio. I had a party and then we got kicked out. Yeah? My fault, yeah? Then, man raised up the money, went and got another studio in Hackney Wick, yeah?
Yeah.
Got all the money, we put £3,000 into the studio. We ripped the whole place out, we raised the floor. But in our heads, we're thinking a bit of a business as well. We'll let people make music in here as well. Built the whole thing. I'll tell you exactly what happened. My cousin died. So we didn't go there and build in there, and we was doing everything by ourselves by hand. We got men that are carpenters and shit like that.
Yeah.
So we didn't go there for 2 weeks. I turned up there, put my key in the studio, opened the studio. There's all plants and that everywhere. These guys with dreadlocks and that are in there, saying, what the fuck are you doing in here?
So you're thinking, what?
I said, what the fuck are you, man, doing in here?
Yeah.
Turns out the guy who I was renting it off to give all the money to and that, he didn't really own it. He fucked off with £3,000 of our money.
Mate.
He even took up all the things that I installed, took it with him, and just lost
It's like when I got done off Depop the other day, trying to buy
Yeah.
a Fendi top.
Well, imagine, man,
She took my money, so
imagine
she ain't coming back.
building a studio, opening the door, going in there, and it's a florist. Some
Yeah,
other
no,
business.
that's fucking madness.
And then we
But can I ask a question? Let me ask a question. From hearing all this now, you guys must have had like a bigger picture that of all of this so
Nah,
early.
bruv.
Because you wouldn't put yourselves through these things.
We never spoke further than getting 1,000 followers or anything like that.
Okay.
That was always just the aim.
I can remember it. Like, I was at home. John's rang me and said, "Yo, Dan, I want to set up a podcast."
Fuck knows why I decided to ring him as well.
I'm looking at him. I'm like, no. I'm thinking on the phone, bruv. What the fuck's a podcast, bruv? He's like, oh, bruv, well, like, when you're free, shout me. So I went and bucked him sitting in the car. He's showing me and that. I thought, bruv, do you know what? Because we actually had a shed. That's where the name comes from.
Yeah, even tell man about that.
We used to chill in our brethren's shed, 7 man deep, more or less the same faces every single day.
Before a night out, everyone's dizzed up, whatever they're doing, everyone's in there.
Did you have all the gear in there as well?
Bruv, no, there was
Not the gear, I mean.
No, this is
Did you have all the fucking mics and everything?
No,
No.
we wasn't recording.
Oh, okay,
This is an
okay.
actual shed
But
we
the
should just
idea
chill
was-
Just
with.
go back to.
Just chill.
But the idea was, imagine if we could record these conversations.
Yeah, 100%.
That's the thing,
But
bruv.
we couldn't do it because not everyone wanted to be. Not everyone wants to be involved.
But that's what upsets me sometimes is that I've got very close group of friends. I would love to have all of them on a podcast with me, but none of them would ever do it. And that does get me down sometimes. So how did you guys all get comfortable with doing it? Did you sort of implant the vision?
You've seen the first ones. A couple of the first ones, they're horrible, bro.
But you still did them.
Yeah, but they're horrible, though.
But you know what though? It's a learning thing, innit? Because obviously, the first two, we were just like, we're gonna get better. We know we're gonna get better because we're getting a vision of how we want it to look now. And big up Pat-Man because he didn't have to put us on his platform.
Pat-Man rang me out of the blue and said, yo, do you want to turn your podcast into a show on my channel? And these times we hadn't recorded one for 6 months.
Okay.
And we said, fuck it.
Because you know what? There's a lot of things that's happened. Like my dad passed away. His dad passed away.
For 6 months, my dad died, so I didn't really want to do it. Of course. And then when man rang me up, I said to him, and then he said to me, why did we stop? Why have we stopped fucking recording? And we just went at it. And then obviously with Pac, just had a real man conversation with Pac and said, bro, I'll be real, man. We're just going to take it in this direction, innit?
And you know what?
Plus, Pac's a really busy man.
Yeah.
And for him to get Pac in the flesh, we owe Pac a lot, 100%.
definitely.
To get Pac in the flesh and get him there, he always gave us that time. He would go drive and meet Pac in wherever Pac used to live and that. And Pac would show him how to use this lens, take this lens and use that or whatever. And I said to Pac, you ain't got the time for us. You know what I mean?
But remember, he had to believe in something that you guys were doing.
Pac's a very smart man.
But you understand?
Pac knows what he's
Like,
doing.
and I can tell you now, from watching your content, I don't just say this because I feel like I'm pals with you guys now. I don't just say this, but you guys really have fucking something special.
You know what I think?
And the
that is?
reason that is, do you know how hard it is? And I've said it to many people on, especially even Dogzilla. I said with OT, how do you get all these blokes together, get them in the studio together? It's not easy to get blokes all together same time.
Remember,
you know,
the neighbours
and
for a
also,
start.
and also, even when the footage goes out, are you all happy? You know, there might be something that you're not happy with. Oh, I don't like what I said there. Do you get what I mean? How do you keep everyone happy? And
you got to have a vote system. We had a debate the other day. I said something that was outrageous on there.
Oh, what you sent me?
If you get overruled, not even overruled, but like
It's for the better, isn't it?
Yeah, there's certain things will get taken out.
Do you want to say what it was?
If it's a joke thing, if it's something joke,
Oh, right, you don't.
if it's a joke thing, like someone like talking about
This ain't going out for another 2 weeks.
Okay. I said if Dappy, with the guy who Dappy, this is just one of many conversations we have. I said the guy who Dappy tried to save from suicide. I said if Dappy came to me and I was going to commit suicide, I would jump.
Yeah, but you said
joke-
no. But you said it in a much more like implying more like Dappy's annoying.
That's the joke. You're
But-
that annoying now. I
So it
would
didn't
jump.
sound as much as yours, but there's certain words that people get triggered by suicide.
you know what it's like now. The sensitive audience now. We can't say things like that.
Look, if you're sensitive, don't even watch your podcast or our podcast.
facts.
Don't even watch it, bro.
Don't do it.
It's not for you, bro.
But you can't really think that way.
You can't.
Why not?
force man
Because
to watch the
Hold on.
we're kind of doing ourselves a disservice
hold
by
on.
saying no, just don't watch
No,
it.
you're wrong. Hold on.
Go on.
Why shouldn't you say what you were going to say? Who the fuck built us? Who the fuck built you? You and him. Who the fuck built us?
I hear
Us and
that.
him. Who the fuck can take away from you?
No,
Only yourself.
no. Listen. We have freedom of speech.
I would rather, alright, cool. He messaged me earlier. The episode we're talking about, the Dappy one that I put out, we're not going to get monetized on. Yeah?
Yeah, you won't. Yeah.
I said
Or
to
possibly.
him, no, it's already said it.
Do you already know when you get monetized?
Yeah.
I'm not there yet, people.
It
I'm
will be
getting there.
soon. I already said I'd rather not get monetized than change
Change the content.
what we're doing.
Okay, but listen, with freedom of speech comes consequences. So everyone kind of thinks, I'll just say what I want because I can.
Bruv, this is the thing.
You can't.
And the
you just can't.
internet allows people to think they can say what the fuck they want.
Yeah.
And you can't.
So I'll tell you this though. That episode's going to go out what I said about Dappy. If Dappy wanted to have a Birdman moment, just to say, and that's not why I said it, I say it because do I not make jokes like that all the time? I have a weird sense of humour.
So do I.
Right. If Dappy then wanted to punch me in the face over that, he'd get beat up, but he would be entitled. But he would be entitled to try.
Yeah.
He'd be well in his right to try and.
That's
punch me in
his
the face.
prerogative.
And I'm not one of them where I'll say, no, wow, I just said so. If you want to punch me then, bro.
Dappy tried to get in arms with me before in faces. I was a DJ there, and I was outside having a fag, and he was throwing up in the smoking area, throwing up badly, and I was laughing. I ain't gonna lie, I shit it because I was so shocked that he heard me laughing. He was like, "Blood, You laughing at me? Yeah, yeah. This dribble going down his mouth.
Now you see me. That is my chance to get famous there.
Yeah, but back then,
dancing,
this was ages ago. Yeah, like maybe 10 years ago, and it's like you didn't even think of how you could utilize that moment
you know
to
what's
get
the
your
most-
platform bigger.
I feel,
Do you
like,
get me?
I feel like we're having a podcast talk here about podcasts in general. Not the most jarring thing ever is for me. All these people, and I feel like we spoke. When the lockdown stops, a lot of these podcasts they won't exist no more.
Gone.
Because it's
Gone again.
just about boredom. It's just about something to do right now, and not all of you just talk shit.
I'll tell you what pisses me off.
What pisses me off is we are the realists. We say what we want. We don't care what no one thinks. But you're not. No one is really like that.
Someone more.
I would care what you thought about us.
Okay, but what did you say to me the other day?
I would care if
There's
my
a
mum-
select. There's a select few.
There's about 5% on the planet Earth that I actually care what you
Yeah,
think.
that's it. I'm the same. I used to care what everybody thought of me. But now I've got to the point where I'm like, some people love you for that mad shit you do, running topless
Dom, we was
in the
known-
fucking Instagram.
We was known.
Dan likes them ones, clearly.
We were different though. We was known as scumbags. We was known as Isle of Scum. Bro.
Isle of
No
Scum.
one likes us and we don't care. Millwall type shit. Bro.
So say again. So you all grew up together.
I've known Daniel since I was about 5 years old.
Same
Okay.
estate, innit?
And
Fred?
Fred's the same. He's on the same estate. So Fred would have been friends with me and Daniel's brother. Then me and Daniel were Cody's. Then we all just hung about with each other.
But that's the thing. Being Isle of Dogs, brother. Even here today, you can feel
You
the
seen
fucking
their man
community
as well,
and just
yeah.
Hack Baker just bowling through,
Yeah.
just random people, just all about, which is good and bad because you're gonna get a large amount of different influences, whether it's music,
people
crime, whatever.
A lot of people
You
don't
get it.
A lot of people don't get that island, bruv. It's
It's a different experience, mate.
Sometimes it gets you down. Because when you're here, you're like, I love it, but fucking hell, it gets strange and shitty over here sometimes.
I can imagine.
You just want to hire the dogs and you farted tomorrow, I'd know about it.
Yeah, 100%.
100%.
You just know. Everyone
100%.
knows everyone's business.
And when it's always negative stuff you're hearing about, sometimes it can bring you down.
Yeah,
a
of
little bit.
course.
Sometimes I tell man, I don't want to hear about my man's pass all the time. I don't want to hear.
So
about
have you
this
guys
stuff.
had any passer from doing these podcasts? Have you had people just be, like hating on you?
It's
a little
not him,
bit?
but I have. I've had a phone call of someone that we did a podcast with that weren't happy with the edit.
Okay, so let's go into that. Yeah.
But I wouldn't call that pasta though, man.
Do you get people?
Man told me when he sees me, I'll learn.
What's the worst like situations you've had doing podcasts? Because how many episodes have you done now? 40?
Yeah, more than that, I think.
More
He
than
was
40,
saying,
50, which is wicked, bruv. Which is fucking wicked. Come on, man. That's the fucking achievement, bro.
Have you had anyone ring you up and say,
I haven't had no one ring me up, but I've just had more. Don't put that out.
See, I don't
And I'm like,
I don't like that for a start.
and I'm like, no.
I don't like that.
I'm
It's
like,
your show.
I'm like, no, because
The thing that gets me, Dom,
didn't
yeah.
put a gun to him.
The thing that gets me is, bro, when we shout you know you're coming to do
You've watched the
a
show.
podcast. So,
and you've watched the content.
but no, even if you haven't watched the content, you should know what gets put online and what you should say and what you shouldn't say and what you want to say and what you don't want to say.
Facts.
So when you come up here, you should just be comfortable to just. If you don't even want to speak a lot, you don't even have to speak a lot. It's going to be an awkward one.
But I
I'm going
always.
to be devil advocate here, quickly. The only thing I would say on that is, how many times have we had to edit me out of podcasts when it's Mandem ones?
What do you mean? Though?
Man
Like
said he
what?
lost can.
Talking mad.
Yeah. But that's because we're down there, I've drunk 20 pints. Or, realistically, I've drunk about 8 pints, and I come up here, and I drink, and then...
Fair enough.
so that's one thing I had at the beginning. My mates would be like, Dom, man, you gotta start getting pissed up in them. But I'm like, look, lads, you don't understand what it is like to speak completely so. I sound like an alcoholic here. I'm just saying, being completely sober, speaking to someone for 2 hours on camera.
That's all I've done for 2 years, man.
I'll be honest, anyone that you think, yeah, and I'll be honest, I feel like when people watch this, they might think these men are fucking big-headed. But when we do podcasts, we're just talking about literally our
experiences,
our own
yeah.
little experience, our own little journeys here, yeah? Anyone who you podcasting that you think, shouldn't be at your table.
Yeah.
And
100%.
I've definitely had people with Daniel where we sat down and I thought, I don't want to do this. When they're in the studio, I thought, I don't want to do this with this guy today.
No, do you know what? There was one situation where it happened, innit? And then the next day, John rang me and he's like, "Bruv, do you know what? I ain't doing nobody I don't want to fucking do no more."
Oh, I've been like that.
And no, he was adamant, bruv. Man said, bruv,
We done one as a favour to someone else.
Any
So
person.
explain that. So what, you did it for someone else's channel or?
No, someone else said my man's a rapper.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we was brand new. I think
I hate them ones. To be honest, I don't really like speaking to rappers that much. I'll be honest with you, unless I'm on them. Because sometimes my mates will send me rappers and stuff, and I'm like, do you understand? Like, unless I am actually a fan myself, I'm paying for this to do these episodes.
Yes.
I don't want to speak to just some guy who's
what's
rapping for no reason.
tell
I
you
don't care enough.
I'll tell you what's worse than speaking to rappers. Speaking to ex-gangsters. Fuck that. These crime things are the most. I
don't mind people's stories, innit?
I can't stand it. The only people who want to watch that is Neeks from somewhere else, bruv.
No, but people are obsessed with watching gangsters go, I fucking walked in the bank. Yeah, they cut me, but I didn't feel it. Yeah. I was in prison for 20 years, but I'm reformed. I am.
There's certain
It's
ones
fucking
that,
stupid.
Certain ones are shit, but like there's certain ones that have got a genuine interest. Like that guy with one eye,
Marvin Herbert.
that guy's got a good story, bruv.
But once
He does have a good story.
Yeah, once I've heard it, I don't need to hear it. No, I don't need to see him. I don't need to see him on 4 different podcasts, bruv.
Yeah.
Saying the same stories.
Just one good podcast.
There was
all you
50
need, brother.
geezers.
That's
Yeah.
it. That's
50
it.
geezers came up. They did. They shit it. And I'm sitting there. You know, there's some Egypt prayers sitting at home going,
Yeah.
oh, this is brilliant.
Yeah.
And for me, but this is another part to the game, Dan, yeah? Have you thought, as you've got deeper into it, how like illusion-based and fake-based all YouTube is? Have you not cropped all of that?
Definitely met people
From
that think they're
doing
bigger
it
than what they
yourself.
are.
Yeah.
Definitely met people that think they are something that they're not. 100%.
It's people. Some I don't know, man. Some you find it like some people with like a lot of followers on their socials think, man.
I've enjoyed. There's except for one person. There's no one who's come on the shed that hasn't been friends with us afterwards.
Yeah.
When you come on here, we share your music, we share your everything you do. And I tell you what I said to Daniel, what I noticed, no one does that for us.
Bro.
You do, but I'm saying like no one re-thingies.
Do you know what I've learned though?
But you don't take that. You don't do that. We don't do that. So that you do it.
Exactly. I do it because, one, I always say this. I speak to you a lot that you are the only guys that I can actually speak to about certain things that my friends can't. Like my friends will say, "Don't get so pissed, Dom," or "Dom, do like they'll see my episode with Joe Black's done 11K or Tricky's done 10K."
And then you've got
and
like
they're
every Joe
like,
Black
Dom,
in the world.
They're like, "Dom, do
Yeah.
more of that," and I'm like, "Yeah, but I don't want to just speak to people of that ilk all the time." So I get to speak to you guys and get a bit more insight into things. Because there's times, mate, there's been times where I'm like, fuck this shit, man.
But it's okay.
Because no one cares. I feel like no one cares or no one's
okay.
sharing me or... Do you get me?
But it's okay for your core fan base or your core audience because not to be your brethren. Some of them just don't
You
know.
talk... No, facts.
No,
Because you always...
You know what?
Sorry, go on.
Your fans are not your brethren. They're
Facts.
not. They're
Your
not.
brethren will tell you just like
And
different.
and you know what? Like, you'll find it. Your first ever episode, everyone shares it.
All your brethren.
Everyone will share it. After that, it's like, oh yeah. It's not. It's not.
It does make you feel a way, though.
No,
Makes
no,
me feel I'm a bit emotional. Do you know what I mean?
I don't know.
I charge it to the game. Like I said, I don't take nothing personal.
Yeah, like that one, I don't really. I'm not bothered in it.
How can you worry what your man? How can we worry about what the man them think when the man them didn't know what a podcast was?
But can I say that I feel like because you guys have got more of you to sort of bounce off about what you're doing, it's literally just me. Because sometimes I feel a bit.
I'll be real, because we got wicked man them around us. We got man that are making music. We got man that are doing this dog thing to the highest level that you can do.
So much talent out there,
Like,
man.
And you find, you see people that message you about your thing, they're not from the manor. And they will give you the realest love ever. They're like, bruv, I watch your thing all the time. I think you man are sick. And like, big up them, man, innit? Because it's nice to hear stories.
It is nice.
a lot of them look like freaks, but they're good. No, but we're a freakish show. Why are you saying that? We're a freakish show. They're saying that I spend I talk to everyone. I talk to everyone about everything, bro. I'll chat to anyone, bro.
Facts.
I like the weirder, the better.
Yes, 100%. All right. So Dan, I'm gonna ask you. And I'll ask you. What's been your favourite episode with you in, and your worst? So we'll start with the best.
Worst is gonna be a good one.
Bro,
What, my favourite is in guest? Because we've done some Manda ones, and the Manda ones have been fun.
They're good.
I'll
just say I'll say with a guess.
With a guess. My favourite one.
That you feel like you was good in it, and they, you know what I mean? Just your favourite one where you look back and you go, do you know what? That was fucking mad.
Do you know what? I'm going to say something that's going to be mad, because although the skinny man has got the fans, got the views, I didn't know who Skinny Man was.
Hey, that's mad!
Who's skinny?
Hey, that is so
I
fun!
had to do my whole research on him, bro.
Did you listen to?
John rang me and said, bro, this is going to be massive.
No, it's massive.
No, he said it's going to be... Dom, he rang me and said, bro, this is massive.
No, it's mad. It's
Bruv, look
mad.
at the views. Go and look at the
Skinny Man
views. What
is
are on.
fucking a
Go look at the
legend.
views. That's done. So I had to do some.
100k people. Let's
and
do
you know,
that again, boy.
and you know,
Come on, man.
and
I want to
that.
hear worse.
Yeah, no, my best one. Let me think. Because there's been some good ones, man. I don't know. I like the recent one we've done with DJ Ironic. I like that one.
That was a good one, yeah.
I liked People Just Do Nothing. Danny. I like Danny.
I like that one.
What?
You was trying to be a bit irritating, weren't you? Do you know what? It was good, but it was funny. I could tell when you start getting a bit bored. I could tell straight away because I watch all of you guys shit, and I'm not lying. And I can always tell when he starts capping out. He starts going, do you know what? I want to spice this up a bit. I'm a bit bored.
You know what I always draw for? The Eminem is shit. And so every time I get bored, I draw for Eminem is
Josh,
shit.
we're not having that. We're not having Eminem slander.
We can talk about that in a minute.
We will.
Yeah, my worst. I don't know, bruv. I don't know because there's only been maybe 2 or 3.
What? Yeah, out of them 3, one you was like, nah, this is mad.
Do you know what? The maddest one is, and I'm a big fan of Stanner's music, massive, bro.
Yeah.
Massive fan of his music, and I give him his props because he came on time, and he didn't even. I emailed him and he said, bro, take my number, I'm gonna chat to you, innit?
He wasn't happy about other things.
But
people being on
it was
time.
certain people's punctuality on that day that changed the mood of the whole conversation.
Everyone that was on the podcast.
And I feel we didn't get the.
He was the nicest guy to us.
That was one of your first ones.
That
really,
was,
right?
it was a close,
Yeah,
it
but
was
you
the
can
first
still-
one.
He's a man,
But
like what we was talking about earlier, that like if you say turn up.
But like,
He says he's gonna be there at
yeah. 7,
and he'd be ready at 7.
And how many people are you waiting for though? You,
it
Fred.
was just one brother was waiting for, and obviously because he was Bobby was late innit? It wasn't
how
just
long
late. Like we're talking 40 minutes, mate.
Oh, loud.
And my man
That's
knew
long.
him. My man knew him already and said, "I know what he's like," and it just carries on. It's like,
And he was like kind of because obviously them man are busy, innit? Them man he was saying, brother, I need to go, innit? So we want this. We don't need you to go because you're here, bro. We want to get this done now.
You're like, let's get this fucking done.
Like the guy's lateness made his tone
Just like, fuck.
change the interview that we wanted to do.
Again, afterwards, we still speak to him. He's the coolest geezer ever to us.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know what
yeah.
I mean?
So yeah, maybe that one, innit?
I'll tell you mine.
Yes,
is
yeah, you're good and you're bad.
Best is Skinny, obviously, because Skinny is the first UK rapper I ever listened to.
Same.
And
Facts.
And before we recorded, because we had our own studio at the time, I think we spent 2 hours with him chilling or whatever. Afterwards, he spent like all day with us and we're just chilling, telling us mad industry shit
Mate,
and all that, yeah?
Anyone that's never heard of Skinny Man, because there's so many people that haven't, Council of State of Mind. It's not on DSPs, it's not on Spotify.
That's the whole story as well, because he got
get
robbed.
it.
It's not on there because he's been robbed, didn't he?
And you know what? Sorry to say, just before you say your worst, you'd be surprised, and I'm surprised sometimes of who actually stays after the show and how long.
Yeah.
Some man chill all day, bro.
Some people really want to chill.
Trap's our boy, innit? Trap's our boy, bro.
Trap House ended up really like with me around my cousin's house.
See, Trap House is he's a gangster.
Worst one ever. I'll tell you the worst one ever. Daniel might have forgot about this. Tommy is a legend. I talk to Tommy every other day.
Big up Tommy, man. He's doing some good music for the Euros.
Why are you looking at it? Everything you think I'm going to say something outrageous every time. He come one day, and I think he was having a little bit of an off day. Was that a Thursday after work or anything?
And are you guys kind of close with him or not?
Yeah, we're cool.
Okay.
I hit Tommy up from the first time he ever done a freestyle and just said that we had a studio, come down if you ever wanted to. And then we done a podcast, and then we just ended up being cool and all that. And we done an episode. He was a bit off. He was on his phone a lot.
I hate when they're just off.
No, but you don't know what's going on.
No, I know, but it's
But at the same
it's
time,
long.
Yeah, but Dom, the situation was I had a broken leg, so I didn't have work the next day and all that. So I
You never have work the fucking next day when you get fucking plastered and do a madness.
So I've drunk 4 cans of K. I'm asking stupid shit. He's not really answering.
Wait, which one was that? Because you've done ones where you're all together.
We didn't come out.
Oh!
Didn't ever come out.
I mate, please. Have you got it?
No, he didn't.
Like, please let me see it.
We done the whole thing, and John, he rang me. Like, we always talk about the episode after, and he's like, he said, brother, that's not coming out.
I said, what do you
What,
mean?
you said it?
Yeah.
What was Tommy saying? Was he alright with it or?
Hey, we just went and done it again next week and it was sick.
Yeah.
But that's good that he came again, because
Yeah,
I
but-
always get worried that that's going to happen,
Yeah.
and then I've lost him.
I got paralytic.
Hey, Dom, do you pick your guests up? Or do they come to
Sometimes.
you? Because you know
sometimes.
what, we've had this. We should have blogged, innit, bruv? Because we've had the sickest
know what?
journeys with our fucking guests.
Mate, you've just hit the nail on the head. I should actually vlog some of that.
Bruv,
We have drove hundreds and hundreds of miles to pick people
we
up.
have drove stupid places to
porn
pick
star
up
thing.
people. No, bruv, we've drove. Bruv, imagine this one. Remember Reb Rum? I think he might have been our first one on Pac-Man TV.
Yeah.
We drove to him. This guy is walking towards us, but on the opposite side of the road, and looking at us like he's gonna yank us, bro.
And you're like,
Bruv, I'm like that, like. It's us, like, we're here to pick you up, bruv.
You know what my man tried to do?
What?
So I need to stop at this shop quickly. And, what do you call it? Not a weed shop. What do you call it?
No,
Oh yeah, please tell me about this, brother.
This is the thing what
Please.
he done though.
A head shop. Head shop. Listen, he's gone in the head shop. 20 minutes, he ain't coming out. No, he's not coming out. He's trying to knock us. We give him 50 quid to come on.
So can you tell that he's just trying to fuck you over at this
Listen,
point?
these youths from the shop have come out. We're in the middle of South End. They're looking. Man's on, what's happening, Dixie? I look. I only know the man that owns the shop.
Yeah.
Mad.
They're saying he's in there. He's acting funny. I'm gonna tell him come out. Da 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 and all that. He come out and he tried to say, well, it weren't gonna be a problem anyway. I said to them, this is just gonna be a long fucking day. I tell you what, though, we've done it tactical. We give him a bottle of Hennessy, and he said, sit in the back seat with your bottle of Hennessy and that, bro. We got there and he was just paralytic. Have you ever done this though, where you pick this up? We picked up M.R, yeah? Nicest geezer you ever met, yeah? Walking through Romford to go to the studio. The people stopping him.
Yeah, it was mad.
Crazy.
He was no.
Went in the shop. Oh shit, it's my man.
Mate, it's weird when it's like when I was with Tricky, and when I tell you I got home from work,
But Tricky's really doing bits right now. though.
big bits.
Yeah.
I drove to Hackney to pick him up, then I had to drive back home. Then when we got home, Josh was there already, and he was like, I'm hungry. Big up Tricky. He come to my birthday as well, so he was like, I'm hungry. So I took him to my corner shop, bro. It was kind of dark as well. It was quite dark, but bro, at least 10 people. He's just waiting in line just to get about 10 people. Hey, it's just it makes you more like raw when you see it in person. I mean, you must have guys recognize you guys. 100%.
I don't even want to talk like that. I'll be real. When none of us are nowhere near any.
No,
type of
I know
conversation
that,
like
but YouTube is a very fucking random and powerful tool.
YouTube's mad.
I have an apprentice that works with me.
I see your Insta. I like. Do you
Who
know
had
what?
seen my videos before starting the job, and so he was like, "Who's this Dominic?" And then he explained,
worst.
and that was weird for me. Do you know what I mean?
That's my worst fear for man at work to find out. Jesus Christ.
Yeah,
man.
it's quite
See,
intense.
I'm not really a guy where I'm friends with everyone at work. I'm not kind of like. I'm a weirdo because I probably don't talk to people at the same time I talk to everybody.
Yeah, no, I think it's when you're ready.
Yeah.
And if you think they're not a waste man.
I want to have to. I want to have to talk to you. If I don't want to talk to you, it's like, brother, go away, please, bro. I've had a few of them, but I don't look back at them and.
So was your worst red rum? Sorry.
No.
No. He told me to suck my mum as well.
Bruv,
Wait, what?
No, don't.
Wait, on the way back.
No,
Are you mad? You said it in person.
Listen,
Are you nuts?
Oh, is that when he sent you the video?
Let me tell you what happened.
But he didn't send that video. He sent that video to someone that I know.
Wait, explain the video.
All right, look, I'll tell you a story because this is why people have to remember as well. People always think, do you always get this? Do you pay for people? Do you always
All
get
the
that question,
time.
right? So Red Rum, he's obviously on whatever he's on, innit? Yeah? First ever episode, I said to him, go on, I'll give you 50 quid, come down. He's come down, he's done it, we've done an interview. He's had the whole day on our pockets. He's had a wicked day. End of the night, he's come out. I think Daniel pissed him off. Because at the end of the night, Daniel asked to use his toilet and Daniel had a shit in his house. So I think that's where the evilness comes from, yeah?
Oh, it's a good drive a long way, bro.
That video that I posted where he was saying, this Dixie guy, da-da-da, suck him up, da-da-da. He didn't say that on his socials. He sent that to someone that I know that messaged him and said, don't chat to them, man, like that.
Right.
And then that's when he said, I know fuck these guys, da-da-da. It's just pathetic, man.
How do you react to these things though? Because you showed me some boys from is it from the island sending
For you in their
Bruv,
tracks.
John loves it, bro.
He loves it.
John loves it, bro. I'm telling you, he sucks it up. See me, I don't care. I don't even look at it, bro. I won't. See,
I wouldn't be able to not look
you know
at
what
it.
it is though. You see like people like Red Rum and that, like, big up him because he came in it. He
Yeah.
done the thing. We chased the clat a little bit because he's the only one we paid. Because you know what, he was at that time where Twitter videos were going about, and we were like, you know
It was
what?
never going to last forever, was it?
We were starting and we didn't have many views and like we thought fuck,
Yeah,
we
we
need
chased
to
the viral moment.
so fuck it is what it is,
Yeah,
isn't
yeah,
it?
facts,
But
facts.
I genuinely don't care. Like even when
Yeah,
some
it's
man,
not that deep,
even when
like, the
some
whole
man
thing.
like even message me and that, like sometimes I don't even reply because I'm not into it like that, bro. I'm just here to do my podcast and go.
You know
your
what's
heart.
fucked up? It's only me who get the comments on the YouTube.
Yeah, he holds corn. bro.
Chinless
You,
wonder.
yeah, you get it. You get it. Mate, I get it bad as well.
But you not seen it? I post them. Chinless wonder. I'm running with that from now.
Do you know what? Just my episode, which was my like worst, in my opinion, was my Loons episode. Big up Loons. Not nothing he did. I was just
Your performance.
I was just being weird.
But you're human as well.
It was just weird. I don't know. That's the only episode that I can look at and be like, I can't watch this. I'm being weird.
Yeah, but you're a human
And
as well. You're allowed to have off days.
every single comment, this guy's a wanker. But I find it jokes.
Oh, it happens, man.
No, but them man don't. Him and Fred don't get it. It's just me.
But Fred,
It's just
there's
me.
episodes-
Do you know why? Because
there's
your
episodes-
energy is a bit like more like you can maybe take it more and
Yeah.
you give it more maybe. I don't know.
Also, I look at all these people's pictures on their channels. And I'm just like, you fucking joking me?
You
bro.
see,
You see
man-
when we
man
post a
don't
video,
listen, bro.
like when we post a video, I think the first day or two, the first 24 hours, I'll look at the video, the comments.
Yeah.
Other than that, I don't care. Like
Yeah, I
I
don't
actually
watch
just
things like
don't care, bro.
Do you guys ever argue?
I think we argue, but
We argue.
Argue
I
people.
definitely have my. I love G, but G's my guy, innit? G's my guy, bro. G's my guy, innit? He's our guy, innit? So we've had our disagreements with G.
Man's aging backwards.
But between us, man, never, bruv. No, I can't recall a time where we've had a disagreement.
I'll tell you one thing. I think me and Fred had a fight when we was like 6 years old or something. I think that.
Yeah, other than that, bruv, but then that's a state little thing. But other than that, we're all sweet, bruv. People need to understand, we are brethren from.
Me and Daniel did this together. We done the whole big bag, year 7, gel your hair, stand outside your mum, take a picture.
And I had hair.
With the Hennessy in that video, I see.
What?
You know the weekend video?
Yeah.
With the Hennessy in that.
Well, that was a bit older. That was when the streets were calling, innit? You know them ones.
I lost him, man, for a little bit though. I was with a whole different firm then.
Yeah. Still on the island though.
Yeah, but Daniel weren't really on that stuff at the time, and I was on a different thing.
Do you know what it is like? Before you like when I was chilling with 30 man and that, I thought it ain't me, bro. This road thing ain't me.
But I was in the
No,
middle,
but
paralytic.
the good thing
So I just hopped out.
for the youth is that don't feel afraid to not be on it.
bruv,
Yeah.
Don't feel like you need.
I wish I never got involved in bare things I got involved in.
bruv, I'm
It's
telling
made you who you are
Do you
today.
know-
Do you know what it is? Do you know what it is, Dom? Because down the line, when you realise, like, let me get my shit together a bit, you now can't. You now can't because you've burnt your bridges, bro.
Look at that. I wasn't involved in shit for what? 18, how old would I have been in 2017 or something? 25,
we need
26?
Fred for that one because he's fucking good with the maths.
Yeah, I'm bad with maths, mate.
I got stabbed in what, 2017?
And that was mad because I was in Portugal when I heard that, bro. That was fucking mad.
Over some people that didn't like, man, from when I was 17.
It's that is fucking
Like,
crazy, man.
The people that actually did it must have been 10 and 9 at the time.
Mm.
But,
Now look how his past caught up with, man.
exactly.
See how your past can catch
Exactly. And know when it catches up with
When
you.
you don't even fucking know.
And then know when it catches up with you as well. It's alright standing on the manor with your pals and all that, yeah, talking shit. See, when I had to start going to work, and I'm seeing ops on building sites.
Yeah.
Oh,
Or
100, and in that, not like,
I'm going court. We all go to the same court.
yeah,
I'm
100%.
going to probation. We all go to the same. That's when we'll see if you man got bollocks or not. You know what I'm saying?
Because you're seeing them in times when you're just not really,
On your own.
You're thinking, am I on it right now? You gotta make yourself on it.
Bro, really about it, or you're just not. And if you're not, go to work, bruv. Go to work.
No, the man
go
thing
and
I
build
was, I
something for
always went
yourself,
to
bro.
work. So why was I doing road if I always went to work?
And you know what it is? A lot of people think, oh yeah, you come from an council estate and a shit home. No, we don't, bruv. His mum and dad loved him. My mum and dad loved me. There's certain man's mum and dad.
Daniel picked Mac Miller and Puff. I picked Uncle Murder and Ops.
And
That's what it was.
It just
Is what it is,
love
bruv.
wrap-up.
It depends who you get wrapped up in and how you go about it, innit?
But I'll be honest, I think a lot of it is to do with you wanting people to like you as well.
maybe.
100%.
Like my thing
I
was
think
always.
Acceptance.
You do not make music for people not to like you. You make music because you want people to like that music. don't care what you say.
I think, like for example,
You spend thousands of pounds to put out big production music videos for people to like them.
Absolutely.
No one does that shit to not be liked. Don't let them lie to you, bro.
Well, it's a
only
bit different
thing-
now
the
because
only
people
thing-
capitalise off people not liking them.
The only thing that I would say about podcasts wise is different. How can we look for validation when it's just random in our local?
But what I wanted to say earlier, which I didn't get to say, is what I hate about a podcast now is just seeing a whole podcast of this depression and do you pay for the dates on your does the man pay for the dates?
I'm not gonna lie though, Dom. We speak about OnlyFans and Eminem every 2 episodes. So I can't.
Listen, so I'll explain about both of those things. Eminem's music now has been terrible for about a decade.
Shocking.
But when I was young,
Mike
Eminem
Skinner is better than Eminem.
That's Get Out. Get Out.
kind of.
100%.
No, kick him off the show, bruv.
100%.
Kick him off.
No, I'm not gonna say no because original Pirate Material that's in my top 5.
That was a part of your identity.
That
Yes. bro.
100% in my top
is
5.
better than.
If you're really British, yeah. If you're
Kinda.
some little yank with
Do
blonde
you know what's
hair,
mad
no.
actually? My top
Bro.
5 actually kind of is here. So that's in my top 5. That's in my top 5. That's in my top 5.
You fucking nuts.
That's not in my top 5. I love it though,
Oh my god.
but it's not in my top 5. So let me explain with Eminem. Yeah, Eminem is the reason I even really began listening to hip hop. I'll be honest. I was giving them. My mum bought
I
me.
know exactly what you was though. Mascara on. Fuck you, mum.
No, I weren't at all. But you heard the dubs I used to do. Do you remember when man was crying about the gallon?
Yeah. You was a worse rapper than me. 100%.
No, I weren't. But
What you saying? You got raps in that, yeah?
Outrageous.
I said outrageous.
no way.
Outrageous.
No, my thing was nice. But the Slim Shady LP and Marshall Mathers LP,
No,
best
bro.
albums of all time.
It wasn't, Dom.
Absolutely.
It wasn't.
It's
You know why it
elite. You're
wasn't?
not listening.
Because Dom weren't at the era where he was going to proper studios. Dom was
I was doing it in my room.
He was off a potato. if you would have been rapping long enough, so it would have sounded clean.
Clean.
Maybe.
No, that's facts. That's facts. But I can't lie, Dan. I kind of feel that Original Pirate Material is a bit better than Slim Shady LP.
Yeah, that's
But they're
mad.
Both in my top 5. They're both in my top 5. Right, let's actually get into it. Let's get into it quickly.
Can we get another beer?
Yeah,
first?
let's get another beer quickly. And then we're going to go into part 2. And we're back, people. Right. So, do you want me to start? My top 5 artists of all time.
Go on.
Of all time. This is hard, man. It's hard. I listen to a fucking lot of music. Okay. And it's annoying because some of these names, it's like, I don't even really like them now. Do you get me?
That's all right. You can
But
like
I'm going
them
to say,
back
like, in my life, like, when I was just
then.
on them.
Most musicians have a thing of like 5 years anyway. It's all right.
Facts. Okay, so I'm going to say Devlin gets Eminem.
Very lyrical. Very like that right now. innit?
Yeah, it is. I've got to put Mike Skinner / The Streets in there. I have to. Finally, the last. I struggle to think of the last. Maybe Potter, maybe.
Your
I
top
couldn't say of
five-
all time. It's.
Your top
I have
five.
like a top 10. Do you get me? Top 5 is hard, but okay, I'm gonna say it again. Eminem, Devlin gets. Mike Skinner with The Streets, and at the minute I'll put Potter in there.
Zero vibes. Zero.
No, but for me,
character,
no,
zero-
but vibes doesn't mean
Technically,
to
they're
me
the best
like
five
of
rappers
all
ever.
of all time.
Nah.
I'm into that fucking like alien flows thing. Do you get me?
I can't think of nothing worse.
Okay, what's yours?
Max B.
How can Max B be your top 5?
Because Max B birth
He
Wiz,
is below
French,
fucking average. His
Wiz.
wave was big.
You're
He's,
mad.
he's a below average rapper.
You're
Come
mad.
on.
You're mad. You're
No.
mad. Bird Gang Max B. You're mad, bro.
He was below. His hype is what made him. His wave,
We
his
spoke-
sound.
we-
He's not an amazing rapper. He's not. I'm sorry.
We spoke about this before. Where
Oh,
from?
and gigs. Sorry, I didn't put gigs in mine.
Well, that's 6, so that don't count. Where we're from, we told you already when you come here last time. Max and French was what everyone listened to around here religiously.
Not me.
Everyone wanted to rap like that.
Thank
yeah,
you.
because no why? Do you know what Daniel was? the Rihanna t-shirt, the chinos, and all that. That's what Daniel was. Bro.
Was you on there?
I was Uncle Murder champion hoodie.
You know what,
You know what I
it's
mean? That's the difference, bro.
What was it? There's a picture, I'm sure, in Weatherspoons. I've actually got a Rihanna t-shirt on. It's mad. Fuck you, bro.
listen,
That's fucking
Dan,
mad.
And you don't want to see some of the club I was wearing at one point.
That's fucking
At one point.
Do you don't like the Dr. Martens, though?
Right, Max B.
Go on. Man's got a DMs on, cuz.
Jesus Christ.
Man looks like he come from sight straight to heart.
Go on.
Max B.
Yeah.
Gucci Mane.
So these are your top 5
Yes,
forever.
for what they've done. For what they've done, the music they've made, the way they've shifted culture, the people they've brought through behind them, yes.
The truth was hard. I can't lie.
It makes sense how he got stabbed in.
It makes sense because these were the rhythms that man was rolling to school with. He's got the Gucci man in his fucking headphones.
The man who done me, they was lucky I was fat. I had a sandwich in my hand when I got done, bro. Them man are lucky, bro.
Well, thank God you're still here,
Yeah.
brother.
Max B, Gucci Man. And the same way people say Conan and Crept, I'm going to change the rules a little bit. And I'm going to say...
Wait, man said Conan and Crept.
No, they're not in my group. They're not in my thing. But the
It
way...
says Conan and Crept.
What did he say? Crept and Conan?
Yeah.
I don't care. But,
Man said Conan and Crept.
but the
Go
way
on.
people put them as together, as one...
Yeah,
I'm
you
also-
sort of put them together.
No, they're not in mine. No
Oh,
way.
separate.
But I'm going to put the whole of Wu-Tang in there,
Wu-Tang's hard.
right? Because I can't separate
Who's your
them.
favourite out of Wu-Tang, though?
Old Dirty.
Facts.
Old Dirty.
Old Dirty is hard. 36,
No, but no
you
one
know,
ever
after
liked
that
him.
album, what was it called?
G, you'll know, after 36
Please
Chain.
album.
Huh?
Please album.
No, it was 36.
Yeah, Return of the 36.
That's it. I fucking love that album, man. He was way ahead of his fucking
So I'm allowed
time.
to have group as a collective. Can I have that?
Yeah, as one.
Right,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Max B, Gucci Man, Wu-Tang, The Locks minus Chic Luke, and
Do you know
Wiley.
that Chic now?
No. And Wiley.
Wiley was a man as well. I forgot. Chic, yeah, he can get out of the Locks.
With The Locks, what you've got is, you've got bars, but
That-
you've also got shiny suits.
No, but
There's
they're still
one
going
part.
hard now.
Exactly. Have you heard No Selfies?
Yes.
Are they
No, we ain't fuck with them no more cause we rough riding.
When you
Hey,
get-
that's a hard album.
When you get The Locks, you get the Rough Rider era,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
get the shiny suit era, you get the whole bad boy stuff. And then I've got to put Wiley in because no one sounds better to me on grime than Wiley.
Wiley is... What kills me is so many people really
Doesn't
don't
make-
know what he's done.
Doesn't make great albums.
Terrible album.
But shall I tell you what it is with what I like about Wiley? It's the same thing I like about Skepta, and it's the same thing I think works for Stormzy. The clarity when they're MCing.
When they're saying, yeah.
You can
Yeah.
understand everything.
100%.
You can't understand everything that Devlin and Get says all the time, especially in their younger years.
Nah,
right?
you can.
No, it's like that, right?
No, I'm not hearing it. No way.
I didn't like when Gex went and done like phone my number and all that. I didn't like that,
That
era.
was bad. No,
That was bad.
That was bad.
And it was like Industries was involved.
That was I think that's his worst song.
And Sing Bada Bada when he done the dance remix to it. No, thank you.
That was terrible.
Yeah.
The original wasn't too bad.
But then,
Bang, bang,
but
bang.
then Gex is so weird. He'll drop that when he dropped that song with Shaka. Bad Boy. It was like a dance.
That was okay.
Kind of had a little sign guy into it and that.
Please, have you guys listened to Wretch 32's new album?
No, I haven't.
I have had a listen.
I listened to it straight through, and he's basically it's like a.
Is it a story? Because they're clever.
It's kind of
when
like
they
a
do that.
story,
I like
but
when they do that.
he's coming from is it a perspective, like a perspective album where he's like a driller basically.
I'll be real.
It's really
Scraps'
fucking
mix.
good.
Scraps' album's better than Wretch, bruv.
What his new one? The one no.
100%.
Hell no.
100%. No, I'm telling you, bruv. 100%.
No, wait then.
What was the Wretch album with Hush Little Baby and that on it?
Hush little baby.
I like that.
I like that
I
as well.
like that a lot.
Hush little baby.
I like the
don't
one
be
where
shy.
he done the song about. But see them songs that have got stories in that. You know-
Forgiveness.
No, I always think about forgiveness. Now, got anyone go
It's a
back?
bond.
No, anyone go back and listen to Forgiveness? Yeah. In the mix, someone's iPhone goes off in the studio, ping, and they never took it out.
Swear down.
Every time I listen to it, I hear the ping. I think you lazy cunt. No one went back and took that. Come in the comments, tell me, listen to it. Etterbon, Reg. I always remember
Etterbon
that.
is
There's a little
little
WhatsApp
as
ping
well.
in it. But you have to be in the mood for that. You have to want to listen to a story.
No, but that time when grime artists were sort of delving into pop,
Do you know
and
what
that,
I like?
some did good ones and some did very bad ones.
His best work is Teacher's Training Day.
Facts.
100%.
Facts.
The-
Do you remember Circles?
What was the
Do you
song?
remember the intro?
What was the girl song with the girl on the hook? She don't get credited in the thing. I don't know if she actually sung that or they took it off YouTube or something.
I'd have to go through
because it was mixtape days. They might have done that
I'd have to go that when he's got the Gucci hat on in the front, mate. That's one of my
with punctuation on it.
punctuation.
That's the
Big
first time
tune.
you heard him, bro.
That was one of my favorite mixtapes. Rich. Do you know what I think of? Yeah. So I'm gonna explain this.
I don't like his beard.
No, he looks cool, man.
I don't like his beard.
Mate, you know he's grabbing gal with that. Dan, don't let him do that pass over your beard, bro. Listen, this whole Rich 32 and Scorcher thing, I think's mad. But
If it's not about music, we don't care. And it's not about music, is it?
But I'm gonna say because
about pumps.
this affects the music and it affects people's perception of
Scorcher
them.
was great.
Scorcher was
great in
unreal.
his day.
So where's he gone wrong? Like
I'll tell you where.
I don't understand.
I'll tell you where.
But he's always kind of gone wrong. I don't
know
really
where-
get it.
Do you know where I think
He's unreal.
Scorcher went wrong? Remember, this is the same man that made Lip Sync thing.
Which was hard. Whenever I'm lip-syncing a girl on the dance floor, I think about it. I might be lip-syncing a bird in this lip tonight.
I know for a fact you was
Blood,
that.
I'm on this lip-sync thing. Blood, I used
So
to.
was you at the
When
same?
I'm lip-syncing a ting, I've got that in my head.
Are you that guy then? Did you listen to Roll Deep Greenlight and all that? Then?
No, no.
You
I
are?
messaged him the other day saying I love that song, but it was terrible. I'm gonna leave the day. No, that was terrible.
Bro, that hurt my heart.
That was a
when they brought
bad. That was a bad period.
bad.
No, but it was like.
But that's the same.
What's
period.
scary is no one's telling these guys this is gonna fuck your whole legacy. They're thinking of here and now.
I don't know. I think In At the Deep End outweighs that. Remember,
Yeah.
remember them two songs? They're only number ones.
In At the Deep End is a very fucking underrated
But
album.
remember saying, I read a thing saying that Wiley was behind them two songs and he never got on them two songs. Yeah.
He
had-
probably was though.
but
Wiley's
this-
done some fucking trash.
But what we like,
He has done some terrible shit.
What we like to do is think that London is England and Europe.
I know what you're saying.
Did you see the Scottish kid in thingy? Boom, boom, boom. Adiola, wanna roll with music, yeah?
Can I just say something?
No, but let me
Go.
finish off with it. That's success. That's when the song is popping.
Can I just say
When
something?
there's man in
Oh yeah,
Derby
when you
and
see
all
it,
them,
yeah,
man.
yeah.
That's when
yeah.
the song's gonna do
Can I just
well.
say something though? I'm not feeling all this new shit, man. I'm not feeling RD. I'm not feeling Central C. I'm not feeling
But
fucking.
you don't
I'm
hate
just
them,
not
though.
on it. I'm not on it.
So I'll tell you why you don't like them.
I'm just not on it.
I'll tell you why you don't like
It's
them.
all just microwave.
Because you're a big man. That's why you don't like them.
I'm a big man.
I don't
I
like-
actually am a big man.
I don't like them.
I'm 30.
I don't like their music.
It's long.
But I'm enjoying watching
What they're doing.
What they're doing. I'm enjoying seeing a young kid from Brighton enjoy himself.
No, I would
I'm
never
enjoying watching it.
I would never take that away
And
from
that's
them.
what makes us different.
But the music,
Because
man,
the-
I just can't. And I see so many people pushing it as well, you know. Like I watched the other day, Chucky online with Margs, a woman, Taser, Black, and a few other people, and they were putting in what they're.
I watched that. I watched that this morning.
Oh, did you? Yeah, I
With
watched
a
it the
poker
other day
table.
with a poker table, and I was just thinking, I know Margs thinks all these people are trash, except for Potter.
Do you know what they need to put on that panel? An 18-year-old.
Yes.
Put an 18-year-old.
Don't put Margs in it because Margs was, for me personally, was a fucking great rapper.
Phenomenal, bro.
Very
Crazy.
good rapper. So that must not be easy having to stand there and kind of speak about these people. That must be quite hard.
You don't have to go there if you don't want to, bro.
That's true. But I think it does add validity
To what he did, to who he is.
To who he is
The-
and
how
his,
capable
and
he
his
is.
opinions.
Yeah, yeah.
But that must be hard though. Because there's going to be a lot of people who don't get what he's done.
There's a lot of people that talk about music, and there's a lot of people that will look at us now and say, "Who the fuck are these men to do that?" The only reason we are valid to talk about music is because when we were younger, we were so immersed in it and lived
Immersed.
in it, just by geographical reasons or whatever. We're
Everybody,
so immersed in
no.
it, yeah?
Everybody. Music was everything.
That we
everything.
validate ourselves.
I got into music late, bruv.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
We validate ourselves by just knowing our shit.
100%.
need
I don't
to-
give a fuck what people say.
Yeah.
Half these people that are on these shows ain't got a fucking clue what they're talking about.
Margs.
Put me up there. I will start telling some people about themselves about when it comes to music. Because
It comes back to that though.
it's all about clout. How much clout you got?
No.
How many people are watching
No,
you?
but it comes back to that again. Trying to say the most outrageous thing for trying to say the most outrageous thing, but at the same time you still want to keep relationships with people.
You just can't do that. You can't.
I just want to stop it, mate. He didn't give me his top 5, but I don't even want to know if I want to hear it.
No, I want to hear it. You've got Gucci Mane and Max B in yours.
Bruv, you've got.
Are we joking? He's got Max B and Gucci Mane. I want to hear
You
that.
gotta remember, yeah.
So I can get some
You see
sort
the
of-
music thing. I was never, like, I didn't care for music. When I was growing up, I just wanted to play Knock Down Ginger.
Okay.
I wanted to dash eggs off of.
At 18 years old.
I wanted to. The motive. I wanted to go Canary Wharf and do a mad thing. Get chased out of it. I just wanted to do mad
You just wanted to
shit,
just
bro.
be
I just wanted to
active
be
about-
naughty. I just wanted to be naughty, bro. That's all I wanted to be. Nothing mad where it's like, yeah, you're gonna move him. I just wanted to be naughty, bro. That's all I wanted to do.
I mean, real, but I was doing the same shit with you, but I just fell in love with fucking.
Like he must have been going home listening to music. Like, I was just going home watching Nickelodeon, bruv, and watching Zack and Cody and that.
I was going Asda and asking people to go in and buy me CDs and shit like that.
I think the first ever, I think I've said it before, I think it was the Snoop Dogg album. That was the first ever thing.
But not Doggy
Great album.
Not Doggy Style.
No, not even Doggy Style.
Rhythm and Gangster.
The one with Pharrell and that.
Yeah.
Rhythm and Gangster, which is a good album.
That's the first.
Can you
yeah,
control your hoe? Oh yeah, Snoop Dogg's underrated.
Snoop Dogg's.
Bro, that Doggy Style album is one of the best hip hop albums ever made.
Tell a lie, I do remember going to Spain one year
I see demons.
and buying the D12 album with the weld on the cover.
That album slapped.
Josh,
Shit.
what was that D12
That
World?
album,
No, that was that D12 World or
Yeah,
Devil's Night was the
Devil's
black.
Night was the black. and
You
white.
That
look
was
it,
a mad
bro.
thing.
Hey, you look, mom, spaghetti, palms are sweaty. You'd have screamed that to me. You screamed that to me, bro.
Mate.
So what is your top 5?
My top 5, I'll say, when I got into music, and especially when I started smoking weed, was definitely Wiz Khalifa.
Wiz Khalifa, he was hard though.
Up there.
Tell me Rolling
Up
Papers.
there.
That's one of my favourite
That's the
albums.
best. OJ and Kush, don't forget that one, yeah.
That was a good album. Do you remember? I used to get blazed and just watch
Getting excited.
I would genually smoke about 7 spliffs, one after the other,
what,
and
listen
just
to
listen
Up.
to
See that era
Do you
though?
remember? Still blazing, still blazing, still blazing. Do you remember Up though? I can't see what's going
No.
on.
Do you remember When I'm Gone?
When I'm gone,
Cause
yeah.
they can't see me when I'm gone.
Alright,
I'll
but why
wait
does he
for another
Why does
day.
he sing like that? Why does he do them vocals?
Who, Wiz?
Yes, why? Max B.
Yeah, it is. No, it's true.
He said it.
Hey!
He said it in interviews. He's
Max B his cousin or something, mate. I can't believe what I'm hearing. Hell no.
Can we agree though that Currency was shit in that era though?
Dead.
Yeah, in that era, yeah.
Oh, that's my guy, man.
Currency on that new Jim Jones project. was-
You can't listen to any of his music right now.
Do you know who was good at that era as well? Who's come through that era as well? Blue Chips, Action Bronson. He slightly come through that.
Action
time.
Bronson is just, listen, put any project with Alchemist, it's gone, bro.
Oh, it's outrageous. But I think we
Gone.
do quite good projects with Alchemist, wouldn't we, bruv?
I'm just trying to think, who in our country could do a good project with Alchemist?
Dave,
Oh, I don't know, man. Oh, yes.
Skinny Man.
What are you thinking about this whole Chip and Dave and fucking...
I don't care.
I really don't give
They're
a fuck.
annoying me now.
It's so annoying. And I was saying to Josh in the car, all the indirects and I don't want to hear all that shit.
I think the indirects are just a joke thing, isn't it? Well,
Well,
listen. It's clear what Chip wants.
Oh, it's very clear.
He wants the clash, but
But
he wants a
Stormzy
response.
to say his name.
He wants the
That's what he
response.
wants.
But we know you're sick. But no, it is. Chip hasn't made a good record in a while. He hasn't made a good.
That Snakes and Ladders was very below average to me.
Not gonna lie, the last one he made a few songs. I thought, oh,
Commandments was hard.
Yeah.
but they're proper like You see when grime MCs rap like wrestlers about fake MCs they're gonna kill and all that. It was very much all that. It was, isn't it?
Yeah.
I have. Have you done it Every Girl again or something?
was
like
hard.
That? Have you done that again?
All right, so
He needs to certify himself back as a record maker.
what
We
do you,
know.
because now he just wants to clash.
We know you're the top dog at that. We know no one wants it with you.
And to be fair, he has just been clashing
Yeah,
since Bugsy Malone.
But we know that you're the guy for that. We
He's
know.
fallen off hard as well.
Who?
Bugsy Malone.
I've not really liked the new stuff. I'll be real. I see what I did like.
It's fallen off hard.
Bugsy Malone, Emily Sandy.
That was a good song.
I like
Welcome
that.
to the Hood.
Welcome to the Hood. I like that.
Okay, so let me ask you this question. And big up
You
to
didn't, even
Potter.
you didn't even give me his top 5.
Oh, sorry. Go on.
That's because we don't care. That's why.
That's true. No, bruv, it was just that.
Okay,
Alright, cool.
okay.
So it would have been Wiz, Nipsey Hussle, Mac Miller definitely. These are man I was pumping
This list is
every
dead.
single day, bruv. Rick Ross.
Okay,
He had
mate, Rick Ross is
2012.
hard. $10 you sick?
He had the sickest year, bruv.
What about Mafia music? I got a feeling nigga harder than my money be the root.
They were like 2008 times.
What you in? You
Weren't
40?
really. Yeah, I'm 4. I've got one more. I'll probably.
No one English.
Kid Cudi?
Nah, man, I wasn't fucking with the English back then, bruv.
Cudi,
I
no?
honestly wasn't. What, Kid Cudi?
He sort of seems like that realm. that he was in.
I like him, but I've got to be in a mood for him.
You like suicide music.
No,
like suicide
I
music,
don't
to be fair.
know. I don't know. I have to be. Do you know when I do?
I
Do you know when
I
I
like
do
it.
like suicide music? When I finish working out, bruv, and I'm on my chill time. What, like, because you've worked out to mad Meek Mill going. Meek Mill. I'm putting Meek Mill there. Do you know what? Because Meek Mill. No, I don't want to.
No. He is a good rapper. He is, but I just think he's so.
Hold on a sec.
His first mixtape.
We've heard the likes of Mike Skinner, Wu-Tang, The Lox,
Fuck that, bruv. You're asking for my opinion, bruv.
Bro, don't listen
Asking
to
for my opinion,
him,
bruv.
yeah, Dan. You tell your opinion of
Man said Gucci, mate. Man said
Do
Gucci,
you know how many
man.
people may have the same list?
Do you know what Gucci man? Some of your favourite rappers wouldn't exist without Gucci.
I know that, bruv.
Biggest A&R in the game.
It doesn't matter, though. It doesn't matter. If his music's shit, his music is dead, bruv. It doesn't matter what he's done. Like, let's say, what he's done for music behind his music, fantastic.
And if he wasn't good, he wouldn't have been able to build that platform. That platform was built off the fact of him putting out great albums.
I'm not gonna lie.
When Lemonade came out, it was mental.
I think Soulja Boy's doing a lot at the minute. I think his music's actually quite good right now. I ain't even joking.
That's not.
Have you got a TikTok?
No, I don't. You know.
He's smart.
Right, he's smart. All right, let me ask you this question. What do you think now is going to happen now that Potter is signed to Def Jam?
Great things. Because they obviously had a...
What do you think? What's his aim? What do you think he's going to start doing?
I don't know, but they've obviously had a conversation where he feels that they know how to deal with him properly.
Okay.
And you know Def Jam tried to do this before. If I'm wrong or right.
Def Jam have been a failing label
Skinny
for a
told
while.
us. Skinny Man told us.
Someone's suing, Dame Dash is suing Jay-Z for it.
Yeah, but
Yeah, for the
Def
rights
Jam-
of reasonable doubt.
they was going to do a thing with Skinny Man and Dizzy Rascal, weren't they? And it fell through.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I reckon Potter has enough money and enough sense, and I know that Bills and that for Mixtape Madness are behind him, that if them boys didn't come to him properly and say that where they're going to take it, he wouldn't have took it.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
they must have a proper conversation. They must understand who he is. He's not an easy artist. I don't think if I owned a label, what would you do with him? He's fantastic. He's fucking one of the best.
He's
But-
fantastic. I'm just, I
But you
genuinely
don't-
believe.
you
I
also-
could see him doing a song with Fat Joe tomorrow.
And no one would want that.
No one would want it. But you know how many collaborations with Americans and UK artists
Give him
we
the
don't
locks.
want.
Give him the
But
locks.
there's not a lot of people. But listen, there's not a lot of
The
people.
locks.
But there's not a lot of people that I could put them two in the same conversation. Do you get it?
Yeah.
Which is what I'm saying. I don't want to hear that song.
No one wanted a Chip and Meek Mill feature, bro. No one wanted
I would take a Meek Mill and Tiny Booster.
No one wanted that still.
A Meek Mill and Tiny Boost. I would take a Tiny Boost with any of them and a Dark Low.
Dark Glow's hard, you
Oh,
know.
they
I've
are.
only just started
Oh,
listening
they
to him,
are.
bruv. Dark Glow's hard. Dark Glow's hard. Do you like Benny? Benny the Butcher?
Do you know who John put me onto? And I can't stop listening to his music. The Kid Laurie.
Oh.
Kid Leroy.
Whoa.
I put you all on to
No,
that
no.
last time you come here.
No. We've got to address this. We're never going to let this down. He said that the Kid Leroy's Fuck Love album was the best album of 2020? Was it 2020?
Him and Jay Huss.
When did we do our thing?
December?
Was it 2019 or 20?
No, last year. This last Christmas.
I don't know, because if we go back...
He said that was the best album of the year.
And none of you knew who he was. No one knew who he was. Now he's just dropped an album, main single with Justin Bieber.
I think he's fucking sick.
He's good, but it's the same thing. Why
No, it's
did
not.
you finish with me? It's that same shit. You know what I'm saying, G?
I've seen your Insta story with heavy rock music going mental.
I like a bit of
I
rock.
love it. I know Dan's not into that. He's not into
That is
that.
hell, bruv. That is hell. That is hell to the ears, bruv.
No, it's fucking beautiful, man.
I'm gonna
And
do-
you love training. Trust me. Do it to training.
I'm gonna do a Kid Leroy again. I'm gonna put you onto a new artist, another new artist. His name's Mustafa.
Can we listen to him though? If Max being Gucci Mane's in his top 5, I don't know.
Mustafa. He's from Toronto. He's a singer, Somalian brother. Fucking bad. I think he's signed to the Weekend.
So, all right. Let's think. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. Now as I've gotten older, I've started to realise maybe I'm a bit of a hater, but I think the scene is fucking terrible right now. I really do. In my view, it may be absolutely boot. I just think that the talent's just in the UK. I'm just
Position-wise,
since I was young. I remember being young and having an explosion of fucking unreal UK artists.
how long ago was that when you was young?
So I'm 30 now, like 15 years ago.
Okay, no.
Hey, love me, Dan.
Ain't got much to go back on there.
Business-wise, position-wise, chart-wise, it's never been better. But talent-wise, I think we're just a little bit older, Dom. That's what I think it is.
You think?
Because I think if you ask,
I wanna like it.
I think if you ask fucking some 17-year-old or something about Russ and that, they'd fucking shit their pants going batshit crazy over him.
So do you like Tion Wayne and that?
I like Tion Wayne. I like.
But I've never listened to him properly like a project. You get me?
Yeah, but is it? All right, cool. Do you know the only time the artist should put out projects? Me and Smooth was just talking about this before I came here. He's got all this music, talking about albums. Do not put an album out, you put singles out, yeah? You only put out projects when it's warranted to put out a project.
And for your
it's-
artistry and how it's gonna
You only put out
come back in a return of investment for you.
You have to if you're gonna do music now, you have to learn how we consume music. We don't even
That's true.
stream it no more like that. We watch it visually on YouTube.
Facts.
That's it. You win the YouTube, you're gonna win the music. That's it, bruv.
That's
it.
true. Do you think?
Yeah, I think it's very much visuals, bruv. And then
I believe that as well.
After you've seen the visuals, then you might go download it on Spotify. You might.
Do you download on Spotify or do you just stream?
I'm on Apple Music.
Apple Music. Sweet.
Oh, yeah, but I'll go. Some days I just like let me just go download every Red Hot Chili Peppers album. I'll just do that some days. You know what I mean?
Man had he showed me. I said, Dix, what you listen to at the minute? And I see in one of the rhythms was when I was young, I fell in love with someone. When I was young, I fell in love
I
with
listen to mad
someone. Hardcore. What man like Scooter?
DJ Scooter.
I see Scooter there. I said, you know what? I respect it.
I like Major Lazer. I like all that shit.
You like
bro.
everything.
Yeah,
Don't worry, Dan. I'm gonna start squidging some heavy metal into your playlist soon, bro.
What, you don't like Linkin Park?
Nah, not really, man.
He does on the slide when he's on that bike, bro. I see man.
Like, Mike,
See, now if I was gonna go on a bike ride, that's what I'd listen to.
If I show you the playlist I listen to, I don't even want to show you because I know what's coming anyway.
He's got Amazon Music.
Passa.
He's got Amazon Music.
That's Amazon Music.
Pedophiles.
bruv, that's mad.
I've only got. Do you know what, Dom? I don't pay for nothing. I don't pay for nothing.
Bruv, you
I don't want
gotta
it.
give back
I've
to
got
the scene.
I've got
man.
Netflix, but I don't pay for it.
Yeah, there's
There's
man
there's
do
shit.
that.
I've got it. I don't want to pay for it. I don't even have a contract phone, bro. I just don't pay. I don't have shit coming out of my thing, innit?
I need to start doing that.
But anyway,
That's why I'm
yeah,
fucking
man.
broke all the time.
Yeah, I don't know, man. My music is just different. I just like to listen to what I like to listen to, innit? It's
So look, yeah.
as simple as that.
As we draw to an end, lads. So with me, from the outside looking in, what does what I'm doing seem to look like to you guys? Where did you see a podcast with me before I met y'all? Or did you meet me and then see a podcast with me?
No, the first thing I see of you was on with dogs.
Okay.
And I thought, he's got no hair, but he's alright.
Even though I had my Ralph hat on, you could see my bald head.
No, the reason I like Dom is because you come to the Christmas special, yeah?
That was wild.
And anyone that know, like, the people that was there, the people that was behind the camera, you know everyone was paralytic.
Everyone was fucked.
Right? And you can take me saying, oh, you bald cunt, or something. Because
I love it, though.
Yeah, but I speak to you the same way I would speak to him and the same way he would speak to me.
Yeah.
But sometimes that gets dangerous.
With people that maybe you don't know.
A bit sensitive, and I forget sometimes.
Like I would probably make jokes with you that maybe I would have met with Dan. Dan might take it a bit more.
Like
personal. Do you know what I mean? You have to just tread with different people, which is what goes back to that suicide thing.
and there's a
Is
thing-
that some people may take things different.
As a podcaster, you have to. You
Read
have
the
to,
room, I think.
you have to read your guest because you have to kind of suss them out.
Also, fuck them if they don't like it.
No, but then it's not the case because I don't believe that because you have to read them and be like, because if you think fuck them all the time, you're just gonna be saying outrageous shit constantly.
That's what we do.
But yeah, it's to be fair. Look,
Did you shoot
You know
that
what?
man?
Do you know what though?
Now, see them type of questions there. Oh, no way.
Blood. When I had 9-5 crip in my house, everything was mad.
I
Everything, Josh, everything was mad.
Like, no, see what we're saying about the joke thing as well. Me and my brother was literally talking about it the other day. We come out, it was Denmark game, yeah? Me and my brother, I will say to him, you toothless cunt, you got tooth cancer and all that, right? And he'll turn around and say, you fat prick, da-da-da. And sometimes, because there's no harm in it and it's just who we are, we forget that my man who's over there having a fag is not the same as us.
Yeah. And then he's hearing what you're
when-
saying. He's like,
no,
oh,
so
fuck.
when he says something, we say, shut up, you fucking wanker. And like, even our own family sometimes don't get it. Some of the cousins get it, they think it's hilarious. But there's no malice in it whatsoever.
Yeah, it's just, with blokes, sometimes it is literally just a way of
I'll be honest as
communicating
well.
and having a bit of a
I'll be honest as
tussle
well.
with, a bit of a
Do you remember-
banter with, or do you know what I mean?
Do you remember in your younger years as well, yeah? Everyone and everything was gay,
Yeah, I still
Right.
do it now, but I've
Right.
got to sort of rein it in.
right? But you know, none of us here have a problem with anyone who's like
No.
that. I think it should be celebrated. You should celebrate who you are, and I think you've got bigger bollocks than most for saying and being who you are. That's what I
loves
think,
bollocks.
right? But sometimes
Sorry.
and man might even say, don't say this, whatever. Sometimes I might say, don't be a... And I don't mean that literally. It's just like,
But we have to unlearn this shit.
Yeah, we do have to.
Because there's
unlearn
people
it.
in Hull going, that fucking nigga.
We do.
Do you know what?
Yeah,
do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we do.
So we've got to unlearn it. So we can't just be like, oh, that's
You're
gay.
right. You're
because
right.
you know,
You're right. You're right.
Dad knows. You get me?
No, you're right, and we're getting there. But sometimes I'm still parallel. And I don't mean it, or I don't mean nothing by it.
Yeah.
But you're right. We do have to learn that. One thing I would like to talk before we go. The England fans. I want to talk about the geezer who put flare up his ass.
Oh my days! His
For one
fucking
reason, I
ball
wanna-
sack was swinging about.
For
blood.
one reason,
Man's old boy was swinging about. It
Oh
was
boy,
mad.
I thought you had a vagina. I thought clitoris, the geezer. The only reason I want to talk about him, they put him in the news and tried to like vilify him. Yeah, he didn't hurt.
Was
no
he in
one.
the news?
He was on front
What, they
page
tried
of
to
the
say
Sun.
that he was like,
A yob and
They tried to say
man had a flare up his bummer. He was having fun, mate.
man tried to say refusing to apologise.
shouldn't apologise.
Don't apologise to
Shouldn't
that.
apologise. Let me tell you something. He didn't. Do
That might solve world peace.
He didn't hurt no one. As long as he didn't punch no one or anything like that. He sniffed a bit of gear and he put something up his arse.
Do you know what I found jokes as well?
Dom,
Go.
if he said I identify as a flare gun, what would they say?
Respect
I
his-
identify as a flare gun. I
respect
put a
his-
flare up my arse.
Respect.
What would they say?
Respect his boundaries.
Yeah. Right? And you know why them people broke into Wembley? Because you've took the sport away from us, bruv. You've made it so expensive that none of us can afford to go.
Yeah, man.
Can you imagine all them people that got kids and that? My dad used to take all of us.
You
football.
can't take people to football.
My
You can
dad-
barely go yourself.
Listen,
Well, I was
my dad used
hearing
to take
tickets
all
for
of-
3 bags upwards.
Huh?
3 bags upwards.
I'm
What,
saying.
to go to
go to the game.
You went to Wembley, didn't you?
Yeah, I went. No, I
Did you
went
go
to-
in the ground?
I went to Spain.
The
and
worst
Italy.
thing is the Italy tickets were €95
Yeah, because they won't do.
because they couldn't sell.
The public won't allow that. That's a working man's sport, yeah. And for most people, football is a bit of a religion, isn't it?
Absolutely.
It
It is a religion.
If we go every Saturday and we watch in the pubs every Saturday and we spend.
And you have friends, you've got family, you've
So
got
let me
culture
tell you
that you're
this.
building.
If you take it back from to the Rome dames, the Rome.
All right, so let me tell you this: if we said, if the church said we only got a certain amount of tickets to come in the church, if you ain't got this amount of money, you can't come in. If the mosque said
Religion
it,
will be
the temple
fucking
said
gone.
the people would run through there
100%.
and they'd be in there, bro.
But I think it all began even from the Super League, man.
It's all about
everyone
money,
just had
bro.
fucking enough. It comes from coronavirus to the Super League to everyone just trying to just throw normal working class people. At the end of the day, people earn up to 27 grand a year in this country. That's the percentage of people that what they earn. They want to enjoy their fucking football. They can't do that.
How could you do
They're
this?
fucking.
Dom.
They're having problems at home with the missus. They're fucking jobless because of corona. What the fuck do you expect? They're gonna smash
I feel
gear.
sorry for
They're
these
gonna
kids.
put flares up their arsehole,
I feel
and they're
so-
gonna sneak
yeah.
into the fucking game.
I feel sorry
It's
for the
not
kids.
fucking rocket science.
I feel sorry for the kids. Some of my best memories, my old man and my family and my uncles, that is football. Damn football. And they could afford to take all of us, all have a burger, they'll have a beer, whatever, and then go home. They might go to the pub afterwards, anything. You could not have 3 kids and go to football now.
Hell no.
No way you could do that.
Barely
bruv.
by yourself.
And that's wrong. We should fucking burn them stadiums down, bruv. You got to take something back, bruv. There's got to be something that's got to come back. And I know what I look like as well, where we spoke about earlier. I probably sound like the most English fucking mental geezer right now ever. But it's true, bruv.
He was more mental when he said his top 5. I'll be honest.
Yeah. But if you didn't grow up in it, you won't get it. I can't wait for club football to come back so all these pricks can just fuck off and go back to whatever they was doing before.
Well, we got the
Watch
Prem
them.
starting in August?
Exactly.
The end of August, is it?
Fuck off and we'll watch the Prem. We'll carry on doing what we've been doing for the last 28 years and you go back to doing what you're doing. But that geezer's harmless. And don't get it wrong, the tweets and all that, whatever, yeah? See them man there? Batter them. Air them out. Do whatever you need to do for them.
I love the
No,
way Dixie
no.
thinks, man.
No
I
way.
do, because I think that way, but the more and more I'm on social media and the more and more I listen to people and what they're saying and people that just have a different mindset to people like us, because we've got quite similar mindsets
I
in
come
terms
from a
of
block that if you
being
would've
very
did that-
cultural with different cultures. Some people are really fucking sheltered, bruv.
I know
They're
it's Dom.
really sheltered and they don't think as
Me and Dom was talking
outside
about this
the
the other
box as
day.
us.
Me and Dom was talking about this the other day, yeah? And I don't want it to come off the wrong way, yeah? But I feel sorry for them cunts that grow up in wherever they grew up in and didn't have the privilege to have friends from all across the world and all different colours and all different cultures. Made you who you are. I'm fucking well happy and well privileged that I have man from over here, man from over there, man. I fucking feel sorry for you, man.
100%.
And you see the old mans and that telling you things that, listen, we come from a block there. If you would have writ and said certain things that you would have done, you would have got your fucking teeth knocked out on this block.
But still
bruv.
today,
100%.
I was calling no black person a nigger in Isle of Dogs. are
No
they?
way.
I went into work and there was like, someone said, "Do you see all the racism?" I said, "Bruv, where I'm from,
No.
there's none of that.
Me as well, bro. I'm from Ilford. None. Zero.
No chance, bruv. It's impossible."
It's not.
I think it's wicked, man. I've got Asian brethren, these ones.
They might do it while they're in the house by themselves, but fuck them. They're never going to go out on the road and start saying it to us, are they?
The scariest thing was the geezer who was a football kids coach.
Yeah, that's mad.
That's
That
fucking
was
scary.
mad when I see that. I thought, you absolute fucking plonker. But I laugh at these people. That's what I said on my Instagram
but you know what
the
you
other
gotta do,
day.
though?
You got to laugh at these cunts and not give them so much power.
Nah.
They're sitting there going,
make
yeah,
you
we're
wrong.
being heard.
I'll make you wrong. I
Fuck
think
them, man.
some people, all they know is a smash in the face and that's all they need to get. I think, lock them up, send them with a mandem. And when I'm saying mandem, I'm not talking about black people, I'm talking about the mandem.
Yeah,
Everyone who stands for and lives the way that we've lived, send them with a mandem. Don't put them on protection wing.
No, I respect that.
And let man just rip them apart, bruv. Let man just
And
rip
I
'em apart, bruv.
guarantee there'll be much less of it.
And then they'll go back
exactly
and
what
tell
they
their
deserve,
sons,
yeah.
I won't do that again, bruv, because when I done that, let the man then film them, wedging them and putting them down the toilet and shit like that, bruv.
Fucking hell.
But you know, on a brighter note, as we wrap up, guys, I think what you guys are doing, you know, moving forward, is fucking brilliant.
Oh, get out of our arse, Tom, man.
No, I'm gonna get in your. Come on, we're trying to be there for the gay people as well.
You know what? Let me just say something as well, because you know what? I've got to give my props to John, innit? Because
Fucking hell, but you
I only
can't
learned
say
that his name's John today. I thought he was talking
Yeah,
about
what?
fucking
you know what? Because this guy is the YouTube Don Dada, bruv. Everything I know comes from my man, bruv. He's like,
Half-boy.
I'd say he's 95% of the Shed podcast, bruv.
Nah.
Personally, that's my opinion on it.
It wouldn't work without.
I know it would. I know it's a collective, but for me, like he makes it tick, innit? And it's mad. Like what he does is a mad thing, innit? And I've got to give him his props.
Come on, boys, let's give him all a clap, man. Yes.
He can get out of my arse as well.
Well, look, listen, people. Look, it's a fucking pleasure to have you on the Dominic Cole podcast. I've been on the Shed. Guys, make sure that, you know, you guys are going on all of their socials. So, guys, do you want to say your social medias? G, do you
I
want to
don't
say?
even know how many. I had to send it to you. I don't know how many fucking lines I got in mine.
Well, what we'll do
put it
is
underneath.
just send them to me, and then me and Josh will put them on for you. But lastly, is there any last words you got?
No, just love, bro. Love what you're doing.
Come on, man. Thank you, brother. Thank you, G.
We're growing together, brother.
Let's not do that ching thing every time we have a pint.
Oh, yeah. yeah. Max B said it, yeah. All right. So, people, big up, man. The Dominic Cole podcast, The Shed. Done, no. Big thanks to Josh, man. Take care.
That's one, brother.